Hey, what's up, YouTube? So this is my first video that I'm going to make about Turo. This is a new service that I've started using as of August of last year. Basically, it's a place where you can rent out your car. It's like a peer-to-peer car rental company. And so you list your own personal car and other people can rent it out. And the whole reason why I even started using this service is my original car is a Volvo S60, was just sitting there in the parking lot. I work from home. I'm a web developer. And I wasn't using it, so I was going to sell it. But then I found this service and listed it. And I was pretty impressed with the results. And I ended up getting another car. This Bmw X3 2008. And as you can see, I've had 29 trips. And that's as of August of last year. Or the end of August, actually. So not doing too bad. And my normal prices are about $70 per day. I don't always get it rented for that price. Sometimes it fluctuates, and I'll go into that a little bit later. But I guess let's just dive into the earnings. Turo sends out these earnings reports emails every year, and this is my payment summary for 2016. The gross transaction amount was $7,782. And that's before all of my own expenses, and that doesn't include Turo's cut. This is the actual amount paid from reservation payments alone, $4,253. This is the amount that was reimbursed to me, $272. That would include like tollway fees that people would rack up when they're renting the vehicle, any cleaning fees that I've charged, any refuel fees that I've charged. Just stuff like that. And this is from a damage claim that I had last year. And it really wasn't that bad. Turo actually is really excellent and about how they handle this kind of thing. And they actually provide insurance for you. So you don't have to worry about your insurance company getting a ding. And I'll go into all that in probably a different video, depending on how this one does. So hit that like and subscribe button if you like this kind of content. And I'll post more videos if the response is good. And this is the fees. These are the fees that Turo took. Another important thing is to keep your response rate. This is the my response rate on requests. If you keep that number high, you're more likely to get more rentals because Turo will prioritize your listings above other people's in the market. You also want to keep the response time average down as low as possible. Keep it within a few minutes if possible. And the approval, the amount of times that you approve your requests, keep that high as well. So let's go into more detail about my earnings. Here's the actual listings in the Turo app itself. We're in April right now. This is April 2nd as of 38 minutes ago. And let's go into the March payments. So the green payments are the ones that were deposited into my bank account. So we had one for $48.75, $123.75, $298, $25, $220, $201, $216, $50, $39.17, $270, $130, $4. That's probably from reimbursement from fuel or something like that. Maybe a toll charge. $196, $290, $50, $117. And now we're getting into the beginning of February. So as you can see, it's doing pretty good. And most of these are for the BMW. And I think that's mainly because the Volvo's not getting rented out since we are in winter. Well, actually, we just started spring. So hopefully we'll see the Volvo get more rentals. When I was renting it out last summer, it was getting booked for the entire month almost, just as much as the BMW. But as winter approached, the Volvo got less rentals. So let's go into the month-by-month overviews so you can get an idea of the bigger picture. So here's my February earnings. This is probably one of the slower earning months that I've had. It was $923 that was paid to me. $2,716 for the entire month, or I'm sorry, the entire year of 2017 so far. It also tells you what the average average person on Turo, their average renter, what they're making. And some people have fleets of cars. Some people have 9 cars, so they're bringing in more money. Yep, there are those stats right there. And let's go into my calendar view. Turo has a nice calendar view that gives you a good look into your booking, your current and forthcoming bookings. So let's go into the BMW. For April, I've got almost the entire month booked out already. So it's looking good there. Actually, there we go. And usually what I'll try to do is say maybe to fill in these gaps here, I'll lower my price to be more competitive with other people on the market. And these are probably booked way in advance. Well, I mean, they definitely were. And as these days get closer, maybe a week out, I'll start, or a couple of days out even, I'll start lowering my price on these specific days just by clicking here, changing price for those 2 days, and seeing if I can fill in those gaps. And I'll do that again at the end of the month. But for now, I'll leave the price in the upper range. I might even raise the price to like 65 just to see if it goes up. As you can see, I've gone ahead and upped my price for May, the entire month of May. And then June's even higher than that. That way, I can maximize my earnings. Turo does have an automatic pricing thing set up there, which will it has an algorithm which just sets your price. But a lot of times, it can work really good. It worked for me really well when I first listed my cars. In some cases, I was getting like $90 a day out of that. But a lot of times, it'll price you too high. For example, if I turn on automatic pricing right now for the BMW, it'll put it at $150 a day, and then no one ends up renting it for that amount. So let's go back and look into March, and you can see I had almost the entire month of March booked out, and it looks like here I did have a cancellation at the end of March, which means I would have actually had these days filled in if it wasn't for that. And then February was a little bit slower, and I think that's because I took a back seat with my pricing just to see if the automatic pricing would do me any good. But I think one thing you have to be on top of is your pricing and looking at the competitors in the market and trying to price your vehicles in a way that's competitive. January was pretty good, and it's not letting me go back into December for some reason. I was trying that earlier. But yeah, so if I switch over to the Volvo, this is what the Volvo would look like. What you're looking at now was back in August. The full, like almost all the days were filled up for August for the Volvo. But now that we're in winter, approaching spring, it hasn't really been getting rented out that much. I think mainly that's because people are looking for SUVs. I could be wrong about that. There could be something else going on. I'll go into all that in a later video, I think. And I wish I could go back so I could show you where the months were actually filled up in August and September. I did really well with the Volvo. But at least I'm breaking even and paying off. I'm able to pay the car payment and the portion of the insurance. Maybe not in this month. I wasn't able to cover that. But I'm going to keep the Volvo for now and see how it does in spring. And may look at selling it if business doesn't pick up for that car. So yeah, let's move on. I'm not sure why I have that tab there, but yeah, let's move on here. They also offer a referral link. So what I usually do is I'll take my referral link that they provide and put it into my description of my my vehicle. And you can see I've got it right here. And I've had a few referrals from that already. And what happens is Turo gives you a $25 credit on any, if you ever want to rent a vehicle. So let's say if I go to Dallas or, I don't know, Seattle or something like that, and I want to rent a vehicle when I'm there, I could use my Turo credits from my referrals. They also give you a $75, they either give you a credit or maybe they pay you if the person signs up and actually lists their car. And I think if they do get a rental, then you'll get $75 from that. One thing I think that helps, since I've got the picture up here right now, I want to point out that I've chose this picture for my vehicle in order to stand out from the crowd. Because if you look at other listings, everyone just has like the regular picture of their car from the outside. But I wanted to really showcase how this car is unique in that it has this panoramic sunroof, and this is what the picture will look like in the listing. And I think this will be, this will really be eye-grabbing compared to the other vehicles listed there. I haven't really experimented with that, and I may be wrong, but to me, I think it will make it stand out, and I haven't had any problems filling up my calendar, so I'm going to keep it like that. As for the Volvo, I've got a regular standard picture for that car. Looks like that right now. I've got a couple of pictures that I've been swapping out for this car, but I'll probably go into all that stuff, like how I list my cars and how I strategize in a later video. Because I do go into like the location that I'll list my car at. I take that into account, and then also the pricing. I'm constantly looking at the market. Well, not constantly, but maybe every couple of weeks I'll look at the market and see what the pricing is like and try to be competitive. So yeah, I think that covers pretty much what I wanted to show you. I think what I could do though is maybe go into the monthly earnings. So every month, at the end of the month, TURO sends you these reports. So here's my February earnings, 923. Actually, I already showed you this, so let's go into January. That was one of the better months so far. 1793 is what I brought in. And that's with, I think, the Volvo getting maybe 10 days of rental, and then the BMW maybe 20 days or so of being booked. And this isn't including my expenses. I can actually go in and request reimbursement through the app. Let's say if the renter didn't fill the gas tank up, I could charge them $25 is what I usually do for any kind of cleaning fee or anything like that. Let's say they smoked in the vehicle or they left food. I put that in my listings. That way I can recoup any of the fees and maybe make a little bit on top of it just for the amount of work that I've got to put in to keep the vehicle clean between rentals. And it's important that you also upsell people on things like, say you want to offer them a laptop charger or something like that. You can add that onto your listing and make it an option that they can add on. Right? Because some people do car seats, some people do like ski racks and stuff like that. I haven't needed to experiment with that yet, but it could be something to look into because upselling could actually be a lucrative way to bring in additional money on top of your existing rental fees. So let me go into December here. 902 in December. And it's good to point out that this is what I made for the entire month of 2016. Not too bad for, let's see, August, September, October, November, December. 5 months worth of renting. Maybe 4 months, since I started in late August. So yeah, not too bad. A little bit over $1,000 a month. Once again, I need to go back in and calculate my own expenses, my out-of-pocket stuff, because there were some. I put new tires on. I got oil changes for both vehicles. I've had to replace some headlights. Car wash fees that I go and wash the car right before renting it out. I'll make another video about that, and if you want to see that, hit the thumbs up button and hit me in the comments. Hit the subscribe button. Let me know that you're interested in this content, and that will help me determine if I want to continue making videos on this stuff. Also, if you want to sign up for TURO and list your own car, use my referral link. That's turo.com/c/miker4. I'll post the link in the description, so it's easy for you to find. And feel free to hit me in the comments if you have any questions or anything. Let me know what you want me to cover in the next video. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.